bizarre and confusing to me as well. Even though the book will be copy-edited and proofread, my terrible grammar and lack of sophisticated vocabulary will shine through. If no one buys the book, the publisher could make me buy all the copies, and I'll have to fill my apartment with books. I guess I could create furniture out of the books, piling them up like a sofa. Could throw pillows on top. I've had some time to think about this, and I could really make it work. Maybe my home with its furniture completely built from my failed unbought books would make it into Architectural Digest. They'd come and take pictures and run a whole article about it. Who knows what could happen then? I'll get called out for not listening to the right albums, for playing all the wrong podcasts, for not queuing up the most perfect playlist for the entire trip. I did my best. All the pages somehow get numbered incorrectly. I write about what it was like for me to fall in love with a woman and how I was clobbered when it ended, and then I get banished from Hollywood. I'll never be the starlet I've always dreamed of, falling in love with Prince Charming on screen. Fuck that bullshit. I can fall in love with Prince Charming or Princess Charming because Hollywood is changing. Anyone who only wants to watch the standard narrative better start collecting VHS tapes because we're changing things. I want to be part of telling real, more diverse love stories, ones I haven't seen on screen before. That ultimately I'm admitting that I'm scared of being alone. But aren't we all? Isn't that the main thing? Aren't we all secretly terrified that we're not understood, not seen, not loved, not wanted? Okay, great. Cleared that up. A love letter. In February of 2013, I received a love letter from 1944. I had been out in Los Angeles for a few weeks, compiling the writer's room for Broad City and gearing up to start season 1. I sublet my apartment in Greenwich Village to a friend of a friend while I was away, a sweet guy who watered my plant, hard tea, and collected my mail. When I returned, I trudged up the stairs of my third-story walk-up with my luggage to find a large, neatly stacked pile on the kitchen counter. I'd never seen a few weeks' worth of mail at once and immediately got excited. I love mail. And with a stack like this, the chances of me getting something good were higher. I'm talking real mail. A handwritten note or postcard from a friend, a small care package from my mom or dad or grandparent. Real mail leaves an impression because it's an event, the surprise of receiving it, the examining of the envelope, and the reveal when you open it. It's tactile and ritualistic. When I was about 7, my grandparents accidentally sent my brother and me a postcard from their trip to London with 2 punks in leather jackets holding up their middle fingers straight to camera. We teased them about it for years. My other grandfather was a sort of mail connoisseur. He wrote me letters all throughout college. Sometimes the letter would be covered in stickers, sometimes there'd be cash slipped inside, and other times there'd be a magnet his bank gave him for free. When I was away at overnight camp each summer, he'd send me care packages with fake cardboard bottoms he fashioned himself. He owned an Army and Navy store, so he was often fashioning things himself. There was always a letter included in the package, resting on top of the boring packs of sports socks or Hanes t-shirts to throw the counselors off, with instructions on how to pry open the perfectly fitted piece of cardboard he'd cut with an X-Acto knife. Underneath the fake bottom was neatly arranged candy and prank toys for my entire bunk. I loved finding that hidden loot. But it almost didn't matter what was inside the package. The act of receiving that loving gesture directly from him to me was enough. Now, sending or receiving real handwritten correspondence is like owning a classic car. It feels more thoughtful, curated, something you just want to run your hands along. But ultimately, it's no longer the most efficient way to drive. Even owning stamps seems bizarre these days. Imagine going to grab brunch with friends and someone says, "Hold up a sec, I have to pop into the bodega and grab some stamps." Everyone would be like, "For what? Bodegas have stamps?"